Hi there, good people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. 12:30 here in Dhaka. Time update, and I'll be doing 3 episodes for you tonight. Hopefully, I can finish them and upload them by tonight, and you can watch. So hopefully, you're all doing good, and you're in good health. Your life is going okay. I pray for all of you for your happiness and your family. Okay. So, first episode I'd like to start with is House of Alfred Dunhill, and this house has been a love affair for me. I love a lot of their fragrance. I reviewed many, and this particular line, it's called Dunhill's Icon. You guys know I absolutely cherish this. This is one of my first few fragrances in my collection when I started officially collecting, and I was one of the first ones to hype this up and talked good things about it, just like CK reveal. When it came out at first, it didn't get so much love or hype, but later on became very popular. So Dunhill's Icon basically it's a take on Neroli, a little bit of orange and vetiver kind of thing with the leather. Very beautiful looking bottle, heavy. And this is one of the best bottles, if not best. This is one of the best bottles in designer games. Very heavy and premium feel. And for the price that you find this, it's unbelievable quality. So when I got this at first, it was, I think, around $40 price tag. Now they have gone up to 45, 50 due to the increase in prices of perfume. So after that, I reviewed. I'm going to show you what I'm going to review, just showing you one by one. I did Absolute, that's the another flanker, based on Oud. Then I did Icon Elite, the Black Mamba that I call it. Then came out this one. My bottle is almost finished. Okay, this is called Dunhill Icon Racing. Okay, this one basically didn't get any love, any like talk. This perhaps is the most, there's the least talked about in the line. Got this greenish tinge. Same bottle, different coloration. Then they released the two. I think there are total 6 right now. Dunhill's Icon Racing Red. Beautiful bottle. And this was an sort of like a, you can say, inspiration or expression of what is called, what am I saying? It's sort of like similar to Versace Rose Flame. So now today we'll be talking about the other one to complete the line. This is what makes me very happy. This is Dunhill's Icon Racing Blue. Okay, this fragrance was under my radar since last year. I thought I would buy it. I reviewed it in few like top 10 or certain shop. I covered it from few shops in brief, but never really talked about it. So I got it finally to complete my line, and I want to review this fragrance. I'll do perhaps a whole line talk and summary afterwards. But here you go. So the blue one, here you go. It's exciting for me. Okay. So the fragrance, I think it comes only in 100 ml. I could be wrong, could be a 50 ml, 30 ml, or a 15 ml. Dunhill's original Icon has several bottle sizes, but I don't think there's bigger than 100 ml. Okay, and it looks like that. I think it got some reviews on, but not that much hype behind it. Basically, this is, I think, due to the fact that this is a flanker to a flanker. Okay, Dunhill's Icon Racing is a flanker, and then this is Racing Blue. So since the Racing didn't do so well, the bottle actually looks like Racing, but I'll show you, not the same bottle. The Racing one looks a little bit greenish, and then the Racing Blue, you can see the color difference. There is a clear difference, but sometimes you may make mistakes, so be careful which one you want to buy. Same exact bottle, and then it has written, it's Dunhill written. I'm sorry, I just woke up a while back. I'm a little bit slow, need to make some coffee. This is the base. You can see the juice level from there. When you open it, very, very heavy cap, just like the rest of them. Look at that, the racing strips, very, very nice. Okay, racing strips or stripes? Racing strips, I think. Anyway, so when you click, there's a nice little satisfactory sound. That's what I love. And it's all the bottles are nice. And check out the atomizer. Okay, atomizer is beautiful. It's huge mist. So I'm wearing this fragrance on my hand, left hand, and it reached the dry down after around 25 minutes. The opening is a bit different than the dry down, and this also is something similar to one very popular designer fragrance. We'll see if it's worth it. So let's just put one more. Let's just go one more. Okay, longevity, let it dry down. Longevity of this stuff, it's not groundbreaking. Okay, it has decent longevity. It's you're looking at 5 to 6 hours mark overall longevity. Seasons to wear this, I think all year round you can wear this, summer, winter, autumn. I think it will be best during the transition period between summer to winter. So that time, even the spring and fall would be ideal time, because that's the time you get best longevity out of it. Extreme heat, extreme cold, this will not really perform like a beast. Projection from this fragrance, to my in my experience, in my shirt and hand combined, I got about 1.5 hour of projection. Like I would say better than average, nothing to brag about again. And it's okay for this range. Like I have seen more or less all the fragrances, they do not have like a crazy longevity except this one. This one, the original one, is definitely the best. I'll talk about that another day. But this one, it's just like the subpar with other 4 and other flankers. So is this similar to something? Okay, yes, when you smell this, the smell wise, it opens up very beautifully. I absolutely love the smell of this. The opening is really nice, bright citrus, kind of like a lemon, sweet, and you can smell like mild spices perhaps. When I smell this, there is a little bit of spices going on, a little bit of sweetness going on. But when you smell it first time, immediately after 5 minutes, you'll be like, oh, I'm reminded of something, you know. So you'll be reminded of certain fragrances when you put this on. So it's not a totally unique fragrance. So uniqueness factor is kind of like 6 to 7, okay. The bottle color and design, I always love it. I give 10 for the bottle. Packaging is very, very good. So the price range for this, I think, is a little bit more expensive than Icon. You have to, nowadays you have to pay around $50 more or less, almost, okay, to buy this fragrance. If you get somewhat cheaper, you can get no problem. Feels very, very heavy and premium in hand. So the thing is, this perfume, it's similar to something. On the dry down, people compare this with this very popular fragrance called Dolce & Gabbana. The one, perhaps the one EDP or EDT, I don't know, but I have the whole line, almost the whole line, and I know that fragrance. So comparing that to this, it's something I would say it goes a similar pattern like how the red one goes. I love the red one. It's similar to Versace Eros Flame for a much better price tag. Eros Flame is going for now, I think, $80-85 or going more. Compared to that, this is a no-brainer. This is a much better alternative to Versace Eros Flame. Longevity is almost the same, but the opening is a bit different. So why, how I recommended this one, I recommend you the same way. But the price difference here between the one and this, it's not as much as the Versace and the Dunhill. This one, I think the one you can find nowadays for $60. If you get known shop or something, $60-65, and this is like $40-45, okay, or even 50. So difference goes, someone is dragging or pushing table at this midnight. Anyway, sorry about that. So the price difference between these two are not that crazy, but I think over time this fragrance is going to be more, like 40. Even sometimes you go for Christmas sale, it might be a $35 cologne in States. I know people say that, and I think that time, then this is an ideal substitute to this. But I'll tell you one thing, the one, this is one of my top designer fragrance of all time. When I make top designer fragrance, this always stays there because of its originality, because of the cigar, the fruity notes. I think there's a amber and some spices that feel that you get from this, the grapefruit. I think it's so much richer, so much richer. When you smell this, man, that the sweetness from this opening, it's hard to beat. This opening I really prefer over the Dunhill one. I'll not lie to you. This is a classic fragrance. This is a classic fragrance. So as an alternative to that, that fragrance I will not recommend. Okay, first of all, do not buy this fragrance as an alternative of this. I would say spend a little bit more money and get this. Okay, so as an alternative, this is not a great alternative. Okay, why? Because the one smells so much richer. It's just about sentiments. I just love that perfume. But is that a bad thing? No. This is a very, very decent fragrance. Perhaps not the best from the line. Okay, I'll tell you in order which one I prefer the most. This one would be like top 3. Okay, for me. Why is the top 3? When I do the line talk, then I'll tell you. But this is a good fragrance. This is a nice little fragrance where you wear Dolce & Gabbana, K, Bleu de Chanel, Dior Sauvage, the same. It has that blue vibe to it. It's a little bit more sporty. It's less like sweet compared to the Dolce & Gabbana one, so it's more versatile in a way. Longevity, it's better than Dolce & Gabbana for sure, so that's another good thing. And I think when you talk about bottles, they're equally gorgeous, both are great. So it's sort of a tie, but I love absolutely this. Any of this bottle that you buy, hear the sound. It feels so premium. It's like metal outdoor and then outside, heavy glass base. So altogether, this bottle, it looks really nice in your shelf, and the click is a bonus. So this is not a bad fragrance. Overall, the price versus what you get, I would say if you already have the one, you'll find this like a daytime version or summer version or blue version of Dolce & Gabbana, the one, the dry down goes almost similar. Okay, so I find this dry down of this perfume, it's similar to the one, but the opening is, they are totally different, unique opening. Okay, so if you have both, the dry down is going to be same. Okay, but if you have this one, you might still want this one because the opening of the grapefruit, great fragrance. This is a, like if you have Pure Heaven, if you have Bleu de Chanel, La Nuit de l'Homme, this is that line. You have to complete that, ever like the greatest fragrance, you have to complete the line. That's why you have to get it. But if you have this, okay, and you have a full bottle, I would not say go and buy this immediately. Okay, because the dry don't remind you of the one, then you find this is redundant to that, and then you reach for the other one more, right? But if you don't have the one and you wanted to try something different, this is your answer. This one has some amber, some sandalwood, I think, at the base. It gets like a, you can say smells like many other colognes, but it's a good fragrance, a solid fragrance. Overall rating for me, I'm gonna give it like 7.5 out of 10 for Dunhill Dunhill Icon Racing Blue. Okay, I get confused once in a while between the lines, but I bought this to complete my line. As I showed you, I have the whole line. I'll do a line talk, then you'll see why it's worth collecting this fragrance. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. And if you are a big fan of Dunhill house, they have, I'll tell you one thing, this is one of the underrated houses that people do not give love once in a while. They say, well, Dunhill doesn't have that many upper class fragrance. Yes, they do now. They have the niche line that comes in this kind of bottles with a transparent base. The Indian sandalwood, I think there's some desert, forgot the names, I reviewed some of them. Their fragrances are, those lines are very premium. But for me, the love for Dunhill is for one thing, affordability. If you buy Dunhill's Century, Icon, or Dunhill's Desire line, many other lines, they have some masculine ones, some spicy ones. They have great offerings. This is one of the most heritage kind of house for me. So many fragrances, so much history, and they're modern. They have some old school classic. So do like go through this house. When you see Dunhill house, spray a few of them. You never know, you may like them. Okay, thanks for watching. I think I'll move on to second review, then we'll do a third, and then we'll upload it. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.